Matsch schlaft kleiner als 3 Matsch Cozy Safe da comfy.
Alright, if we mess up this one today, we might permanently damage British-Indian relationships for the rest of life, but that's okay. As a neutral third party, I suppose the worst that'll happen is that I'll just have to go back and buy the stuff that comes out of a jar at Walmart instead. That works too. Alright. Hi, sup? It's Cooking Stream Part 2. Yes, the first time I think I've ever done a cooking stream on back-to-back days, right? First time I've ever done the same theme, I guess, on back-to-back days as well, so how exciting. It's time to do the thing. Oh, shit. And we are, in fact, going to pick up right where we left off yesterday, which is doing the Indian cooking stream. And if you watched yesterday's stream, which if you didn't, number one, how fucking dare you? But number two, you would have missed out on the fact that we pre-marinated the chicken. I guess it'd be the... What's the sauce called? And what's the chicken? Hold on. So, okay, the tikka is the sauce. Okay, and the chicken's just the chicken tikka masala. Okay, whatever. Well, we marinated the chicken, so that's been marinating since yesterday's cooking stream, and so today we get to actually take it out of there and cook that shit up and add it to a giant pot and have it be delicious. Sure. And we still have, of course, all the naan that we made yesterday. We can pair that with the chicken tikka masala, that thick boy naan, and then of course we have the chai tea, I guess we can make more of if we want to. Maybe add a little nom again. Yeah, sure. What's up, Ethan Plays Bass? The cooking streamer that plays WoW sometimes? Occasionally. Every now and then. Oh yeah, we'll have to do rice as well. And before you decide to crucify me... Hold on, I'm trying to think of something that comes to my defense. Yeah, I don't really have anything. You can crucify me, I guess, if you want to. Because, yeah, I'm not using basmati or jasmine rice or whatever. I'm just going to use regular white rice. Is that what you're supposed to use with Indian food? No, but like it's gonna taste like rice. All right, it's gonna be white rice. Whatever, dude. It's gonna be the same. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna just use that, but that'll come later. All right. I think we just make our way to the kitchen. I don't really think I have any sort of intro to do. Hopefully you saw yesterday's stream, so you kind of know the whole deal. Exclamation point menu if you want to see the recipes that we're making. I already made 2 of them yesterday, so we're just making the chicken tikka masala today. And if you want to know how to make the rice that we're going to make, Google it, because it's about 1 step where you put rice and water together and you boil it. All right, so let's, first things first. Hello, test, hello, Chad, hello, hi, hello, ASMR, hello, what's up? Okay, that seems to be working, and let's do that. Oh, shit. All right, well, let's go. Blasphemy, I know. Oh, God, streamer, it's not 100,000% authentic. Oh, God, you're literally gonna die as soon as they hit your mouth. That's right. Oh, look, my shoe's just sitting here waiting for me. That's convenient. Wow, I'll put these on. I can't be showing free feet on stream. You gotta pay extra for that, obviously. All right, let me get chat fired up here. Let's see here. Got my little mini ghetto-ass old phone. Okay. Okay, nice. All right. Of course, we got Joel here joining us as always. Hey, buddy. And let's do the thing. Okay. Now, first things first, I guess I'll just prep some more chai tea. I don't know. I'll just do the same thing as yesterday. Is it authentic, legit chai tea? No, but according to the box, this is more than a box of tea. What more exactly? I don't know, but it's more, so. Because of that, it's enough to get the job done, I guess. Okay, cool. Now, in theory, I could have heated this water up before stream started, but I didn't. I got back from the gym like 10 minutes ago, so I kind of had to scramble to get my shit set up, but unlike yesterday, thankfully the kitchen was already relatively clean and the ingredients were already bought, so I figured like, oh yeah, I got time. And I scrambled to get this shit ready to go, but it's okay, we're all Gucci. All right, let's get our completely incorrect cultural mug for said tea, because I'm not going to use the little tiny one again. I just want like a man's mug of tea this time around, one that can last me more than like 3 sips before it's out. A little flex for the boys at home. Bro, you got to pay extra for that. Well, actually, you kind of did just pay extra earlier by tier 3 subbing. And, okay, there you go. All right. But it was shoulder day, so I got that shoulder pump going. Gotta look nice and broad for the boys, Yeah. All right, put some generic ass cancerous sweetener in here. Classic. Maybe I'll add some milk today to satisfy the chai tea enjoyers. Normally I don't, but I feel like that is kind of a thing, right? You pretty much always add milk to chai tea. Yeah, I do. All right, and then I guess we get our shit out. So, like I said, you can do exclamation point menu in the chat if you want to see the recipes we're using today. We already did the marination process, because that's been a thing since yesterday when we prepared the marinade. So now we're going to start working on the tikka masala and then the actual chicken itself. In theory, this won't be a super long stream, simply because we only have 1 dish to make, and I thought, remember that ginger garlic paste that we made yesterday? Yeah, I thought we were going to make that today, but I didn't realize we'd need it for yesterday's marinade, so because of that kind of took out a chunk of time that I was expecting to spend today. So I made yesterday's stream longer and today's stream shorter, but whatever, it is what it is, right? Hopefully we end up with delicious chicken tikka masala nonetheless. All right. So here we are. Here was yesterday's masterpiece. Yep, looks like chicken slop, all right. Okay, there we go. Smells nice though, I'll give it that. It smells like Indian spices and shit, so can't really complain. Nonetheless, this fucking guy, dude. All right, and let's see, what are we going to do? So we already did that, so I guess we can just immediately get to the point where we're just gonna start to work on the sauce, right? So I think I'm gonna have to prep some veggies though first. I know we gotta prep an onion at the very least, or at least some onion. This is 1.5 cups of onion. So basically 1 large or 2 medium onions. I got 1 onion, so I'm just gonna use 1, whatever. And, oh, okay, you know what? Actually, this recipe for the sauce also uses the ginger garlic paste. Okay, yesterday I was like annoyed because like, you only use it in the marinade, that's it. But okay, apparently you also use it in the sauce itself. Okay, so all that extra that I saved yesterday, thankfully I did, because otherwise I wouldn't have had it for today. Okay, because originally I was like, do I just like toss out the rest? Like, what do I need the rest for? But turns out, okay, we actually need it for today as well. All right, whew. Cool. So, yeah, so we got to prep the tomato. We got to prep, I guess there's a chili we can prep as well. That's kind of it. Yeah, yeah. Today it's not gonna be a long stream today. I don't think it's gonna be a relatively quick process. I mean, I say that, but these always end up taking longer than I think. So we'll see. I guess we'll see. All right. Let's first things first. I guess prep the onion and the tomato, and I guess the chili pepper, shall we? So, okay. I didn't actually realize I'd need this chili pepper for or these for the chicken tikka masala today. I only bought these for the saag paneer, but turns out we have extra, so that's good. And then tomatoes, and the onion. Okay. So, according to the recipe, these tomatoes need to be, it's kind of weird. It describes the tomatoes as needing to be pureed / chopped, as if like, I don't know, like, to me that implies that like if you're gonna chop them, they gotta be like really, really finely chopped, I guess. So, I guess we'll just kind of murder the shit out of these the best we can. Okay. Also, it doesn't really call for that many tomatoes. Like, we're making a whole pot of chicken tikka masala, in theory, and it only called for 1.1 pounds of tomatoes, which translates to, like, kind of like 3 small tomatoes. These are, like, tiny-ass tomatoes. But, okay, trust the process, I guess. Use the slap chop. We used to have back in the place that I worked at when I was in high school, the sandwich place. Used to have this machine where you could, like, basically put a tomato in there and just like, and it would like slice the entire thing. But I remember that it would only work if like the tomatoes were like hard. If they had softened at all, and if they've gotten a little, even like a little bit too ripe, all it would do is just squish the entire tomato and just like, it didn't work at all. So I remember that machine annoying the fuck out of me because every time we didn't have like pristine tomatoes, it just got ultra fucked. Back in the good old days. All right, the onion. Recipe, like I said, says 1 large onion or 2 medium onions. I don't know if I describe this as a large onion, but it's going to have to be good enough, I guess. And we got the chili peppers. Well, really, we only need 1, I guess. So, supposed to add extra spice. Now, we added one of these to the saag paneer yesterday, but I'll be honest, I didn't taste any spiciness in that at all. So, I mean, whatever, it's fine. People are saying, oh, those are really spicy streamers. Oh, they're a step above jalapenos, but I didn't taste jack shit as far as spice is concerned. Now this one might be a little spicier since we added a fair amount of chili powder. I guess the chicken, and I guess we'll have this, but like, we'll see. Because we also did a, wait, oh yeah, we did actually have, did we add cayenne to this as well, or did we use cayenne yesterday? No, we used cayenne yesterday. That was for the paneer, I guess. I don't think it'll be too spicy. I'm aware that Indian food you can make giga fucking spicy if you want to, but we're not really making the giga spicy versions today. We're just making the white person mild version. Good enough for me. Okay. Let's get our big boy cutting board out, shall we? Okay. And of course the magical paper towel technique. 5 head tips for all you pro chefs out there in chat, just like me. Of course, of course. Am I going to bite into a jalapeno today? I've heard that apparently serranos are pretty fucking hot. I don't know. It would take a fair amount of subs if I'm going to do that, because apparently they're even hotter than jalapenos. I'm not desperate to do it, let's put it that way. Okay, let's give you a little closer up view, I guess, of the exciting chopping process that's about to occur. Wow. Hold on. There we go. The classic POV right there. Alright. I think for the sake of not being super fucking messy, I think we'll do the tomatoes last. Let's start with the onion, shall we? Sure. Now, does it say how I'm supposed to chop this onion? I assume just like finely chopped, just like yesterday's, right? It says finely chopped. Okay, I can do that. Sure. This isn't Time Guesser? No, sir. This is me actually trying to make edible human food, which is always a interesting experiment. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't know. I don't think today's recipe will be overly difficult. I don't think there's really anything super fancy about this recipe that's be like, oh, I don't know, you could definitely fuck that up, but we'll see, we'll see. But chicken tikka masala is kind of like, I feel like it's probably the number one, or at the very least, like top 3 most common dishes that generic white people would order at an Indian restaurant, right? It's like kind of the pinnacle of white people Indian food, so I'm hoping I can do this well, right? Because like in the future, maybe if it's easy enough and maybe it's tasty enough, maybe I could serve it to others. Who knows? Because it's a crowd pleaser, right? All the bitches love chicken tikka masala. I'm a basic bitch. I like it too. What's up, Muscatine coming in off the 3 months of tier 1 sub to Caxi? That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot. But thank you, sir. I'm not. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets and Doritos Fund, and maybe not the Chili Fund yet. I'll say this. Okay, fine. If you get up to 10 gifted cumulatively, then maybe we'll take a little tiny bite. Okay, nothing extreme. I'm not that cheap of a date though. All right. Okay. Thought it was going to be Native American Indian for some reason. You racist fuck! How dare you? Sir, it's it's 2024. We don't use that term anymore. What would you make if you were doing like a Native American feast? I don't even know. I mean, like, I feel like, do you just make a Thanksgiving meal? I mean, I feel like that's kind of also a little bad optics. Be like, yes, Native American food, aka the food that the white people brought them during Thanksgiving. I don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be like corn and a lot of squashes and I don't know. Alcohol and tobacco. Mm-hmm. Smoke the peace pipe live on stream. It's exciting. Alright, careful SpongeBob, careful SpongeBob. I fucking hate dicing onions this way, but it works well. Alright. Finely chopped, finely chopped. Try and make this as fine as we possibly can. So far it looks fine. Okay. Rabbit, maybe some turkey? Well, we've done rabbit before. That was certainly something, right? Turkey, yeah, I guess you could do, but at that point it just feels like you're making a Thanksgiving meal, which like isn't a bad thing. I fuck with Thanksgiving meals, of course, but I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't be all that unique or interesting to watch. Just like, okay, today we're cooking turkey and corn. Wow, very unique content. History enjoyers will get your joke. What was your joke? I mean, I guess the fact that like when the U.S. or like when the white people brought over those two things right there, they had hooked on it and destroyed their society. Something like that. This is one dull ass knife. Let me see your knife then, because this knife, I swear to you, is like the sharpest knife I've ever dealt with when it comes to compared to any other knives I've used with people in my life. When I went home this past December to my parents' house, their knives, compared to this one, dull as fuck. Couldn't cut jack shit. When I house sat for my friends like a month ago or whatever, and I was at their place using their knives, dull as shit. This one is like by far the sharpest knife I've used compared to any other knife in my life. And people are like, oh, your knife is so sharp. Show me your fucking knife, all right? Apparently your knife is just like some magical property where you just put it on top of the onion and just magically just whoosh, it cuts the stuff itself. Apparently you can just like kind of, and just cuts the onion straight in half. This knife is sharp as fuck, I promise you. Now, am I using it like correctly? Perhaps not, but I can guarantee you with 100% certainty that this knife is not dull. I used to think, chat used to gaslight me into thinking that, so I used to be super paranoid about sharpening this shit like as often as I possibly could, and then I used other people's knives and I realized that you guys are just a bunch of fucking knife elitists, alright? A bunch of filthy fucking liars, dude. This knife is actually damn good. So I don't want to hear bullshit knife slander. This is the knife that makes me least worried for my life when I use it compared to the ones that I used at my parents' house and my friend's place.
Weaselly little liar, dude.
What a fucking liar, dude. Weasley little liar, dude. Still lying. Literally lying. Does anyone want to tell Destiny that he's literally lying to his audience? I swear, I even went through like 3 different knife sharpeners every time. Like, I tried to sharpen it. Like, chat was just like, "Oh, it's still really dull." I was like, "Is it? Fuck. Okay, I'll try a different type of knife sharpener." And then they all didn't. They all worked about the same. And I was like, "Am I doing something wrong?" Turns out, no. Chat is just bullying me. Fuck you guys. My knife is great. Anyways, might have hit a bit of a soft spot there, but let's continue. So this is like way more onion than I feel like the recipe calls for, because the recipe calls for like 1.5 cups of onion, and yeah, this is way more than 1.5 cups. I'm just gonna send it because like I like onions, so it's fine. But the recipe says like, oh, use 1 large onion or 2 medium onions. Yeah, ain't no way. I feel like I'm using like 1 medium onion right here, and this is definitely more than 1.5 cups. This is probably like 2 cups, but it's fine. It's fine. Hey, what's up, Snindel? Welcome, dude. Gevelkets vidjaspil erdetta. Brother, do you speak-o the English? Huh? I'm gonna need somebody to translate that into American, please. Okay, anyways, that's Norsk. Imagine being European. Okay, so let's do the chili pepper next, I suppose. Where's Falfa? Falfa is, I think he's Swedish, right? Not like we're short on Swedes in our chat. All right, actually, before let's see, let me make sure I know the order in which I add this stuff. I think it's just all at once, right? Onions, sprinkle a teaspoon of salt, saute. Okay, so onions will actually be first. And then after that will be the chili, and then a bunch of stuff, and then tomatoes are like kind of last. So maybe we'll actually do the tomatoes while the rest of the shit is heating up, I guess. Well, we'll see. Where's Olv? He's our resident Norwegian, I guess, right? Who'd be our resident like Finnish dude? I don't know. I guess we need to have people submit applications to be the official Finn of SalvDali's chat. All right. Now, what I'll have to do eventually as well, one note of this recipe, even though it doesn't say it's mandatory, is like, if you want to make it authentic Indian, you need to add a bay leaf, 3 cardamoms, cloves, 2 inches of cinnamon to the hot oil before sauteing the onions. I have bay leaves, I guess. I don't have cardamoms, but I do have some cinnamon sticks, I guess. And then, do I have cloves? Maybe? In my never used stuff that I never use cabinet? Oh yeah, okay, I do. Got cinnamon sticks, all right. And I got cloves, all right. They're ground cloves. I don't know if it's supposed to be ground or if it's supposed to be like non-ground cloves. I never even opened this, what the fuck? Oh wait, yeah I did, never mind. So I got ground cloves, that's probably something. I got bay leaves. Not that they ever do jack shit, but I got them. Okay, and then I don't have cardamom. What the fuck is a cardamom, anyways? Is it like some cardigan that your mom wears? Cardamom is an herb that is often used as a spice in foods. The seeds and the oil from the seeds are sometimes used to make medicine. Cardamom contains chemicals that might kill some bacteria, reduce swelling, and help the immune system. The more you know. Sure, why not? Oh, also, this chai tea's probably cooled down enough to the point where we can, let's say, enhance it a bit. The combination yesterday of chai plus knob was decent. Not like God tier or anything, but decent. So, the old hair of the dog, I guess. Twist my arm, I can add just like a tiny bit. All right, sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna add milk to that. Like, that just occurred to me, if we add knob to it, it's a little weird if we add milk. I don't know about the combination of whiskey and milk. That sounds weird, but this will work. This worked fine yesterday. Fine enough. Yep. It tastes the same as yesterday. All right. Okay. Anyways, so I guess we can just kind of heat up some oil in the skillet and add these 3 and call that close enough to make it authentic, almost authentic, kind of. So, let's add some. Let's get the skillet heated up, and I guess while it's heating, I can always heat up the other stuff, right? So, We are adding how much oil? It says oil or ghee, which is some sort of weird type of Indian cooking oil. I don't know ghee. I'm just gonna use regular ass vegetable oil. That'll get the job done fine, right? Yeah. All right, do I use a skillet or a pot? Because I feel like if I use a pot or a skillet, like it's not gonna be deep enough. Am I making all this shit inside of a... It says a pot or a pan. Okay, I'm gonna do it in a pot in that case. I think that'll work. Ghee is beef fat? That doesn't sound right, because don't Indians not eat beef? Like, isn't that, like, aren't cows sacred? That's the whole thing, right? So, like, couldn't you not... How would you extract cow fat without harming the cow? Okay, it's clarified butter. That would make more sense. I'm gonna just use oil. That's fine. I think I did actually remember seeing the ghee at the Indian grocery store, thinking like, oh yeah, I think the recipe maybe called for that, but I was like, nah, it's fine. I can just use oil. It's close enough, right? So I'm just used oil. Whatever, dude. It's fine. All right. There we are. Now the recipe, like I said, doesn't necessarily strictly say you have to add all the fancy shit to the oil, but we're gonna do it, I guess, for the sake of authenticity. So let's actually, well, maybe I should I heat this up first and then add the oil? No, I should add the oil now because that way all like the stuff can marinate in there, right? Sure. I know what I'm doing. All right, so 3 tablespoons. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. We're gonna approximate that as 3. Yeah. All right. Fine. Close enough. Kind of forgot that this is a brand new thing of oil, so it's still really fucking full and easy to spill. All right. Just let Dali cook, boys. He knows what he's doing. At least I happened to spill it directly into the pot. That's convenience. All right, and then how much does the recipe say to use here as far as the quote authentic oil or whatever? 1 bay leaf. Okay. So yeah, my bay leaf container at this point is getting a little scuffed. I only have like the shreds and remnants of bay leaves. I don't have like full ones left, so I guess we'll just add a couple of shreds and call that good enough. Sure. There we go. It's like a full bay leaf, basically. And then it says a 2-inch cinnamon stick. Okay. These are definitely longer than 2 inches. So do I want to like snap this in half or? Okay, that's about 2 inches, I guess. Sure. And then, now it says cloves, but it doesn't say ground cloves, which I assume means it's not supposed to be the powder version, which I don't know if that's a bad thing then if I just add the powder version, but I'm just gonna add the powder version. I don't know what the equivalent of 2 cloves is, or how many cloves? It literally just says cloves. It doesn't even specify how much. So I'm just gonna go with a little like, sure. That much, fuck it. There we go. Now we're apparently missing cardamoms, but this is like 3/4 of a authentic Indian oil. Sure, why not? All right. That's way too much? Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It said cloves, just generic, like, unspecified quantity. It's fine, dude. What could possibly go wrong? All right. Let that do its thing for a bit. Let's get back to prepping the other stuff. Okay. So, yes, like I said, the tomatoes come last, and we're supposed to, like, finely chop them. So, like I said, later, I guess maybe we'll deal with that. Let's do the chile. Mods. I think I got him. Hold on. Let me snipe this dude. It's weird. This only ever happens during the Just Chatting streams. Never happens during the WoW streams. Apparently, they only patrol the Just Chatting section and not the WoW section. Anyways, try out this one up. So we can do this properly. Oh, careful, SpongeBob. Okay, there we go. And as we did yesterday, we're not going to remove the seeds because we ain't no pussy little bitch. I didn't really taste any spice in yesterday's thing anyways, so because of that, I'm not particularly worried about these. Oh! Okay, whatever. Now keep in mind, the sauce that we're making is completely separate from the marinade of the chicken. We're going to cook the chicken in the oven first before we add it to the sauce, so in theory, they're not really going to mingle as much as if you just like mix them together instantly, right? Point of the marinade, I guess, was to coat the chicken in the marinade so that way they're already ready to cook today and don't have to worry about infusing the flavors in the pot or anything like that. Or so the recipe says. That's apparently what the idea is, and we're just going to choose to trust that it knows what it's doing. I trust a random ass recipe on the internet more than I trust my own knowledge, for what it's worth. Okay, there we go. And there's the chilies. What kind of pepper is this? This is a Serrano. Now, the recipe just says use a green chili pepper. It doesn't really specify which type, but I had Serranos from yesterday's cooking stream, so I was like, okay, well, this is green and it's a chili, so all right, fuck it, I'll use it. This is a big mug. My brother in Christ, this is not even the mug that I normally use for streams. Hold on. Let me compare this one to my regular mug. Bro, here's my regular mug. Don't judge me, okay? That's the regular mug, all right? This shit ain't nothing. That's the big boy mug right there. Yeah. Anyways, all right, so, ooh, I will say the oil is definitely smelling nice and fragrant. Okay. Well, shall we, I guess, give it a shot and just start? So, oil's heated, blah, blah, blah. Add the ginger, garlic paste, and wait, hold on. Add onions, sprinkle 1 teaspoon of salt, saute until deep golden. Okay. Let's do that then. Are we supposed to take like the bay leaf and the cinnamon stick out before we must, right? Yeah, I feel like that makes sense, because otherwise... Do we? Because otherwise it'll just get kind of like stuck in there, won't it? Yeah, the recipe doesn't specify whether we're supposed to take that out first. I feel like I should take it out. I mean, if anything, this step is optional, right? So if anything, it's not going to ruin it if I take it out first, because otherwise it wouldn't have been there in the first place if I didn't do the optional step. Okay, we're going to take it out. Fuck it. I'm sure it's now fine as is. Scratch the inside of my non-stick pan real quick with this fork. Okay, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, careful, SpongeBob. All right. Okay. And then let's salt these bad boys up here as well. There's definitely still some lingering scent in there. Like, I mean, I guess the cardamom is still, or not, the cloves are still in there, but there still feels like lingering scent of the other stuff. I don't know. We'll assume it's doing something. By the way, Westbrook Live this morning questioned me yesterday, like today on Discord about what I did yesterday with my kosher salt. He was asking, like, streamer, you're aware of the fact that the top of this thing has the little thing where you can like pour it out, or it's got like the little mass thing here? And yes, I'm aware that that exists to help portion it out better, but I always take the lid off and just use my fingers. And you know why? Because it makes me feel like a bougie motherfucker. And that, kids, is more than enough reason to use your fingers. Because like when I watch Binging with that, we're just like, it's kosher salt's great because it's perfect for pinching with your fingers. That way you can just be like, wow, look how fancy I am. How much am I supposed to add here? Is it a teaspoon? Yeah. Let's call that a teaspoon. Sure, fuck it. See how fancy that looked? So much more worth it. Imagine just using the top of a little container measurer thingy. Some normie ass shit right there. And as we know, I'm something of a professional chef, so clearly I got to do the fancy stuff. All right. So we're supposed to basically do this until they're golden brown. So that's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a hot minute since, I don't know how onions, at least bare minimum, usually take like maybe 10 minutes to get to that point. So maybe now we prep the tomatoes. Really heat that a little bit, I guess. All right. Next. Actually, maybe I just keep, well, we can use this cutting board, it's fine. Now, at some point, we're going to have to do the chicken, and at some point, I should probably preheat the oven, but it's probably a little early to be doing that so far, but the recipe, I read it earlier, it's not super time efficient as far as like, so first prep the entirety of the sauce, and only then you can start working on the chicken, and then you have to wait for a long-ass time on the chicken, so I'd like to ideally do them at the same time. I'm just not really sure when I should start the chicken, so that way they finish at approximately the same times. So we're probably just going to YOLO it and hope for the best. Okay. Truly evolved as a chef using my finger senses instead of eyeballing it. Well, I mean, kind of a little column A, a little column B, but yeah. All right, anyways, we got our well-seasoned bowl. Nice and especially seasoned after yesterday's heavy turmeric usage. All right. Put the cinnamon and bay leaf back. A little late now, it already went to the trash can, so unlucky. Anyways, let's do the tomatoes. Now, the recipe says like pureed or finely, or like chopped. It doesn't say finely chopped even, it says just like pureed or chopped. I'm not sure if that's supposed to imply that like it can be either, or if you do chop them, it should be like really finely chopped, so that way it's close to puree, or what exactly it means by that, but I'm just gonna, I guess, finely chop them and just hope that's fine. I don't know. It's definitely gonna get like nice and juicy when we finally chop these, because it's a tomato, right? So how does one even dice a tomato? I feel like I never even like dice tomatoes. Can you just like slice it like this way and then kind of just like, does that work? Is that fine? You thought tikka masala just used puree? I mean, the recipe says, okay, specifically, let's see what the wording is. It says 1.1 pounds of fresh tomatoes, pureed / chopped, or 10 ounces, 1 1/4 cup tomato puree / passata. Read notes. Okay, let me read the notes. The notes say, you can start with chopped tomatoes if you intend to puree the sauce / gravy. What? You can start with chopped tomatoes if you intend to puree the sauce / gravy. As in, like, we can chop these, add them in, and like later we blend. I don't really want to blend like after we've already cooked it, because like it's gonna be like really hot, and that just seems like if I had like an immersion blender, I feel like that's probably a more viable option. But I think we just blend these tomatoes in advance. I don't love the idea of cooking the hot sauce and then pouring that into the plastic blender container. That just seems like a recipe for disaster. So, yeah, can we just blend these tomatoes? Is that okay, chat? I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. All right. You will blend the entire sauce after? Yeah, but like, I don't feel super comfortable doing that, if I'm being totally honest. Yeah, no, we're just gonna blend the tomatoes in advance. That's fine. All right. In that case, I don't know, I can literally just kind of, can I just like slice them up and then throw them into a blender? I don't really have to get super fancy with it. I'm just like blending it all anyways, right? It's probably fine. Okay, sure. No need to get super cute, I guess, with how I portion these, if that's the case. That'll probably work. I stood so still you thought the stream effed? Oh shit, I'm back. Sorry, yeah, internet died there for a second. sure there's a better way to remove the top of a tomato. At my old sandwich place that I worked at in high school, we had this like specifically little instrument to scoop the little top of the tomato out, but I don't own one of those, so we're just gonna use the ghetto knife technique instead. See, now you guys are making me paranoid that the stream actually effed, so I'm not gonna make that joke again. These are good-looking tomatoes. Yeah, these are just generic-ass Walmart tomatoes, but I gotta say, these are actually relatively crispy and juicy on the inside, so... This would have been the type of tomatoes back when I worked at the sandwich place where I'd have been like, okay, cool, I can work with these. These are nice, these are decent. Rigid enough to slice through them, but not so rigid that they're like not ripe yet. Nice, vibrant coloring. I agree. I don't know if that means like tomatoes are in season, or if I just happen to get lucky with this batch, or if maybe they've just done an impressive job like genetically modifying tomatoes over time to just look better, but I agree, these are nice looking. Thanks, Walmart. Whoa, come on. Whenever you see perfect looking vegetables, you get suspicious, expect them to taste like shit. I feel like I don't buy vegetables enough to really pay too much attention to it. Like, rarely do I just go to the grocery store and be like, yes, I'm gonna buy myself a bunch of vegetables. I usually buy like some carrots for the Japanese curry that I make. I'll buy like an onion or something. That's kind of it. Those are kind of like the only raw vegetables I ever buy. The rest of what I eat is like, oh, there's probably some tomatoes in this sauce, or oh, I'm sure like this has some sort of nutrients from something. All right. Time to bust out the blender once again, I suppose. And yes, I washed it after yesterday. No need to worry about the Giga yellow stained blender from yesterday. Ooh. I should also probably check on these onions. How are we doing over here? They're looking fine, they're looking fine. They're not burning at all because they're pretty heavily soaked in oil, so that's good news. Smells nice, I'll give it that. Okay. Blender thing, okay. Okay, put that in there. Screw that bad boy in. Okay, put that on top of there. Okay, blender. Okay, and now we can just kind of. I don't know. I've never tried to blend tomatoes just on their own raw before, but I assume this was kind of turned into tomato liquid juice. I don't know. Tomato juice is a thing, right? I assume literally it's just blended tomatoes. Is there anything else to it? I don't think so. Tomatoes are too perfect. I gotta buy shitty looking ones, otherwise they're gonna taste bad. Fuck. Oh, I feel like I should include the juices. Juices in there. Gotta get all the good shit in there. Okay, okay, okay. Why do I feel like I should salt these tomatoes before I blend them? I don't know. I feel like whenever I watch Binging with Babish, he always salts his tomatoes for some reason. I'm gonna add some salt in there. Why? I don't know, because I like salt. It's good. All right, cool. All right. I gotta imagine this will be pretty easy to blend, unlike that stupid paste that we were trying to make yesterday. These tomatoes should be just fine, I would think. Let's see. Oh, yeah. All right, let's just send it. I feel like you're getting very frothy in there. Should that be happening? That juices, yes. All right. I mean, I don't know. That seems fine as is, I guess. Like I said, it's very frothy looking. I don't really typically think of tomato juice looking this way. Almost looks like a smoothie in there. I'm curious. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it tastes like liquefied, slightly salty tomatoes. Not bad, but I'm assuming when they make tomato juice, they must like strain out like all the extra like stuff, because there's still kind of like some roughage, some texture to it, right? I assume when they make tomato juice, they must like pour this through a strainer to just get like solely the liquid and get out all the little textured stuff. But I want to keep the textured stuff. That stuff's good, so. All right, fuck it, there we go, sure. Good old red, pink mystery pulp right there, sure. Had nightmares about that blending from yesterday. Yeah, yesterday's thing was like something that would definitely benefit from having a food processor instead, but whatever, it got the job done after a while. It worked. And the good news is we're going to use even more of that paste that we made yesterday for today's recipes, so turns out yesterday's work is also going to benefit today's stream, so it was more than just a one-off thing, I guess. All right, how are we doing with the onions over here? Ooh, shit, looking pretty good. Okay. Now, a lot of that color, keep in mind, is coming from the cloves, I think, that we added, but still looking pretty tasty, I gotta say. So I think we're probably ready to move on to the next step and add the next set of stuff, whatever that is. So let's do it. Okay. All right. They filter / press the tomato juice for sure. Yeah, probably so it doesn't look quite as like, I don't know, gore-ish, like liquid innards of some human being, but for me, I don't really give a fuck. All right. So, gonna add ginger. Also, you're right there, chat. Say hi, chat. Hello. Add the ginger garlic paste and green chili. Saute until aromatic for 40 to 60 seconds. Okay. Well, just turns out that I got some ginger garlic paste just sitting here. That's convenient, huh? Looking nice and yellow still. Okay, how much of this shit am I using? There it is, 1 tablespoon. Okay. Now, yesterday we did have to water this stuff down a little bit because we needed it to like actually blend. So, I think we'll go with more than 1 tablespoon, maybe like a tablespoon and a half, just to compensate for the fact that it's probably a little bit diluted. It's like that much. That'll work. Some yellow slop right there. All right. And what will I use the rest of this for? I have no idea, but at least we got to use it twice and not just once like I thought it would be yesterday, so that's good. All right, and then the green chili. Okay. That we conveniently just had sitting here ready already. Nice. And we mix her up, brothers. Hell yeah. Something like that. Yeah, alright. Oh man, that ginger garlic, when you add it to onions, dude, always just a magical smell. By the way, for those that didn't watch yesterday, the reason like this ginger garlic combination is yellow is because we added a fair amount of turmeric to it, aka the thing that stains literally everything yellow. But my god, like when I told you guys yesterday that my apartment was going to smell good after this, because it always does after cooking streams, oh man, it did not disappoint. When I went to the gym today and then came back right before stream started, I walked in here, I was just hit with this giant wave of like Indian food smell. I was like, oh. Indian food smells good as fuck, dude. It is a bit of a distinct aroma, so I'm not sure I'd necessarily like want to have it smell like this all of the time, but like, man, it's just like a smell to have your apartment smell like just for a few days after a cooking stream. It's good stuff. But admittedly, when you do walk into like an Indian restaurant, it's kind of that smell, but magnified by like 10. It can be a bit overwhelming if it's too strong, but like it's just like a kind of like a subtle hint of that smell. If you've been to an Indian restaurant, you know what I'm talking about. If you eat enough of it, specifically cumin, your BO will become pungent, you think? I mean, look, there's a stereotype that exists for Indian people, right? And like, unfortunately, it oftentimes tends to be true. I don't know why. I don't want to like jump to any conclusions, but I will say that like if what you just said is true, then maybe that could be a part of it. I don't know. But it's not always true. I don't fucking know. Alright, so we're only supposed to saute this until aromatic, so 40 to 60 seconds. That's not a long time. I mean, is it aromatic? I don't know. It smells like what it smells like. Genuinely curious, but as a person who stepped into a gym for the first time in 35 years, damn, good for you. What pound of dumbbell weights am I currently on for my arm days? Well, for what sort of exercise are we talking about here? Are we just talking about like generic ass bicep curls, or what weights or what exercise specifically? Bicep curls? I usually do 35s. They're the, in fact, it's so consistent I've done 35 for so long that I've even got like my own home like dumbbells as well that I can use. That just so happened to be exactly 35 pounds apiece. So that way, even if I'm home at my apartment, I can get myself nice and pumped, yeah. So that's like some good shit for when I'm feeling lazy and don't actually want to go to the gym. I'm like, I just got this shit, I'll do it, yeah. Perfect. Anyways, there's the sneak peek of my OnlyFans content right there. You're welcome, boys. All right, what's the next step here? Yeah, no problem, dude. Ordered a set of dumbbells that are coming today, a set of 5 to 25. Nice, dude. Good for you. Glad to hear you're, I don't know, getting jacked, I guess. Good shit. 30, I don't know what it is in communist units. I don't know. Who cares? Lifting weights doesn't exist in Europe. You're all just like skinny little twigs. Alright, so anyways, supposed to reduce the heat to low, add some red chili powder, coriander, garam masala, and cumin. Or cumin, as, of course, as my dad calls it. And apparently that's going to give me bad BO. I don't know. That's the pro or con of living alone. You don't. If you smell bad, no one's here to tell you. But I'd like to think I smell fine. I don't know. So anyways, what are we adding? Okay, red chili powder. Once again, the recipe, like yesterday's, calls for the special, like, Indian type of red chili powder, and I'm not using that. I'm just using regular chili powder. That's fine. So we got that. The garam masala that we had yesterday. Coriander that we also used yesterday. And some cumin. Okay. Oh, hold on, if I can find it in my completely unorganized spice cabinet. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, alright. How much of this shit do we add in a piece? Hold on, I'll find it. Okay, here we go. So, a half to 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Yeah, I ain't no bitch. We're adding a full teaspoon for sure. Okay. And then for the garam masala, also 1 teaspoon. Easy enough. Mama didn't raise no pussy. Yes, sir. Like, I can handle spice for, like, I can handle white person spicy. That's fine. Can I handle, like, ultra Indian spicy? No, probably not, but... Like, some people find, like, oh my god, you put some pepper on there? Oh, that's pretty spicy. Oh, what about that? Like, no. I've blasted my taste buds long enough with scotch that, like, they can't really feel anything if it's just, like, white person spicy. Nowadays, I need more than that. Do I have some Indian genes? I do not, no. I've got some southern China genes. That's kind of close to India, right? Sort of. Alright, so a teaspoon of garam masala. Okay. Once again, doesn't come in a little jar container. Kind of annoying, to be honest, but is what it is. And then coriander, we need also a teaspoon. It's a badazzin coming in out with the prime sub now for 31 months. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. A 31-month enjoyer indeed. Thank you, sir. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets Doritos and Indian Cooking Fund. Thanks for hanging out. Glad you're enjoying, as always, dude. Wow. I like how all these all these spices are like the exact same color. I said this yesterday too. Like I guess the light brown color is a very popular spice to use in India. Sure. All right, let's comb a little bit into our eventual sauce here. Okay. I think this is probably the point where we start to prepare the chicken stuff, because now I think we kind of just let it like do its thing for a bit. I think maybe. Stir this up first. That smells nice, no doubt about that. Ooh, it just smells like Indian cooking. I don't know. It smells like what you'd expect to smell when you walk into an Indian restaurant. That's a good smell. All right, what are we doing next here? Looking delicious? I mean, so far it's literally just like onions and some spices, but like, yeah, it smells delicious. I can tell you that. It's gonna be a good base for sure. We haven't even added like all the good shit yet to make it into an actual sauce. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm smelling and seeing so far. It's definitely encouraging that it smells like Indian restaurants. If you know, you know, like just what that smell smells like. Right. What are we doing next here? Okay, add tomatoes and then cook on a medium-high heat until the onion tomato masala becomes really thick and begins to leave the sides of the pan, also turns fragrant. Pour hot water and cover, simmer until thick, yet of pouring consistency. Doesn't really give you amount of time, but okay. I think it's officially time to start prepping the chicken, so I think let's start with preheating the oven. Damn, 460 degrees for 9 to 10 minutes. That's hot as fuck. Okay, yeah, definitely want to preheat then in that case. My oven even go that high? It does, okay. In fact, that's the, okay, yeah, 460. All right, cool. Any IPAs today? You know, it just occurred to me that like that actually would have been a really smart thing to drink during an Indian cooking stream. I didn't even make that. I was for the longest time trying to think like what I should drink during an Indian cooking stream, and that would have been really fucking smart. Like literally just an Indian pale ale, huh? I am not a smart man, so no IPA. But we're drinking chai tea with knob in it. That's got to count for something, right? Fuck, I should have gotten an IPA. Dude, that's actually like really simple and smart. Oh well. Like I said, we'll just have to be a knob enjoyer instead. Yeah. But it is tasty, I'll say that. And frankly, lower calorie, of course. Gotta keep my boyish figure. So, this doesn't really say, this recipe is kind of vague about the timings of like when you're supposed to add stuff. It doesn't say like, oh yes, cook this part now for X minutes. It's just like, oh well, stir it together and stir well quickly, okay? I think so, that probably means we're just good to add tomatoes now, I think. So, fuck it, let's do it. Got our tomato mystery juice here that looks suspiciously like just, I don't know, blended brain, but we already tasted it. It tasted like tomatoes, so I'm guessing it'll be fine. That looks appetizing. Oh my. I'm assuming all these air bubbles will come out and it'll look more like traditionally what you'd expect tomato juice to look like, but that looks very, I don't know. Something about it, it looks very disconcerting. Oh my. There you go, okay. It's gonna be all good when I add the chicken? I would assume so. We're gonna trust the process here. Just looks weird. But, okay, sure, why not? It's just tomato, it's not like it's anything exotic or anything like that. Alright, well, once I mix all this together, now this is looking a little bit more what you'd expect it to look like, I guess, so, okay, that's chillin', that's chillin'. It's even more the correct color. Now, eventually this will turn more like bright orange, right? Like, that's the color of tikka masala, usually. So this is not really orange, this is more like a brown color, but I'm not sure what'll turn it orange. I guess maybe when we eventually add like the cream? That might do it, I guess? Alright, add this mayonnaise, cook at medium-high heat until onion becomes really thick and begins to leave the size of the pan, also turns fragrant, sure, and then we'll eventually pour hot water and cover, simmer until thick, yet of pouring consistency. Okay, cool. In that case, let's start working on the chicken, shall we? Alright, this part I'm kind of looking forward to just because I think it's going to be kind of fun. Let's let me prep the counter here. Alright. So, as we saw from yesterday, we have been marinating the chicken this entire time in preparation for this part. And the way we're going to cook this chicken is in the oven, but apparently traditionally what you would do is cook it in a tandoori oven, which is like something you get super fucking hot and it's like over a fire. It's like kind of like an outdoor brick oven, similar to like a pizza oven, I guess. And you're supposed to get like ridiculously hot temperatures. So obviously can't do that in my tiny ass little apartment. So what we're instead going to do is cook it at a relatively high heat in the oven, and then we'll broil it like right at the end, so that way we can get like a nice little char that you would, I guess, traditionally get out of like ridiculously hot oven. So, recklessness! Poggers! What's up, Amy? Coming in hot with the raid? Hope, I'm assuming you did, yeah, you did like an AQ40 today, right? AQ40 BWLMC? Hope that went well. And also, Matty Mo7 coming in hot with the Prime sub. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and Indian Cooking Stream Fund. Appreciate you, bud. Anyways, so we're going to cook that shit in the oven, right? And what we're going to do, that's good, is we're going to like put them in skewers, okay? So we got the chicken, which has kind of been cubed. Okay, so we got this, and it's in cube form, if you will. Oh, come on. Like so. So we're going to put this, we're going to put these on skewers, and we're going to put this like over a little dish or whatever, so that way they can have like full air around them. We don't want to have them on like a directly contacting metal where like one side will get like crispy and the other sides don't, so we want to just get them like all airflow and shit. I don't know, that's what the recipe's supposed to do, so that's what we're gonna fucking do. So, what we did is I've been off to the side having these bamboo skewers right here soak in this water, because apparently you gotta soak your bamboo skewers, otherwise they'll just like get charred and maybe catch on fire, which we don't want. I've had enough fire on this stream in the past for a lifetime. So, got these nice and soaked, if you will, and then we'll just use this thing right here for the actual dish that we'll put the shit over. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is like, these oven temperatures are gonna be really, really hot, right? 460 degrees, and then eventually we're gonna broil. And this is a Pyrex dish. I'm assuming this is fine to use for a, for this little process here, right? Like, does Pyrex have like a temperature limit that you shouldn't go over? I don't know what the shattering my oven, that'd be horrifying. Preheated oven only, no stovetop, no broil. Oh, it says no broiler, fuck. Okay. I'm glad I read this, it's got a little thing to say no broiler. Okay, in that case, I think I know what we'll use instead. Now, realistically, you only broil this for like 2 minutes, but I'm paranoid. So instead, we got a nice little metal tray here I think we can use instead that I think will work fine, right? Probably. Let's use that instead. It's good, like 20,000 degrees. I don't know, it literally says like inscribed into the little Pyrex thing, like don't use this in a broiler. So this will be fine, right? There's no way, like this is just metal, right? I'm not worried about this. I don't think we'll be melting this, so I think we're Gucci. All right, so we literally just need to skewer this chicken, and then like we're gonna have them rest over here, so that way they can sit on top and just have nice airflow. So, I don't know. I guess let's just do it. And then there's no reason to beat around the bush. Let me take the blender. I guess we're done with this now. Back you go. All right. I think we just use our fingies on this one, no need to get complicated. Sauce check, it's chilling, it's doing its thing. Alright, so is this gonna... Seems fine right there. Yeah, keep in mind, the sauce is supposed to like simmer for a bit now. Like we're supposed to, oh shit, I think I was actually supposed to cover that, wasn't I? Oh, no, we're gonna, okay, we'll get to the point where we add water and then we'll simmer it and cover it, so we're fine. But anyways, I don't know, it's doing its thing. It said to simmer until it's like thick and to the point where it's kind of coming off the sides of the pot, so I don't think we're at that point yet. No, not yet, but it's gotta become like thick and fragrant, so I kind of have an idea of what it's going for in that regard. Like, especially because these tomatoes are like extra juicy. I think it'll be probably a little bit longer than the recipe would originally expect. So, we're still chilling, Let's work on the chicken, that's fine. Alright. I've never done this process before. I'm sure there's like probably a pretty efficient way to do it, but I don't really know what exactly that is. Just use the fingies, like I said, that's fine, man. Okay, I want to try to leave some space in between each piece so that way we can get some proper airflow around each one. I don't know, I'm pretending to know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, but hopefully it sounds like I do. Yeah. So the recipe was saying like make sure like the marinade's not too watery so that way the marinade doesn't fall off the chicken, and so far it's looking pretty good on that front. Although is this gonna... it's fine. Some of it's I guess technically gonna contact the bottom of the pan a little bit, but not in a way that's that big of a deal. Something about this just looks, I don't know, interesting. Okay, so like this basically? That's how it's gonna work? Sure. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can just do this all in one batch. I'm not trying to do this twice, ideally. I think it should be okay. More cream? Well, we will be using the heavy cream today for the chicken tikka masala for sure. Didn't use it yesterday. We used the yogurt to cream up our saag paneer, and in retrospect, I feel like I probably should have had some cream for that too, but oh well, it was still pretty decent, even if the texture wasn't quite as creamy as you ideally want your saag paneer to be. At least, I don't know, based on my tastes. I got a feeling with this marinade, this chicken's gonna be extra fucking juicy, dude. Keep in mind, this is chicken breast, it's not thighs. The recipe says you can use either, but if you're gonna use breasts, like make sure that you marinate it for like at least 8 hours. These bad boys have been marinating for closer to 24 at this point, so I gotta imagine we're gonna be fine on that front. Okay. Damn, that music's going ham right now. Okay. I don't know, let's build it. I think there'll be enough room for, to do this all in one. I think so. Any breast enjoyers in chat? Any cock enjoyers in chat? It's kind of a melding of the two. Best of both worlds. Wow. Juiciest chicken on the block right here. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's nice and moist and sloppy and that sort of feeling, so I think it's gonna be pretty good. Oh, that marinade on there. Yes, sir. Keep your thighs marinated for 24. Yeah, I mean, like, generally speaking, as long as you cook chicken breast in something that, I talked about this yesterday, as long as you cook chicken breast in something that is, like, a very liquidy sauce or just, like, sauce-based, it's usually fine. The only time when chicken breast is, like, not good at all is when if you just, like, bake the chicken breast on its own, no extra sauce or marinade or whatever, and then it gets, yeah, dry and rubbery and chewy as fuck. Not good, but every time I've used chicken breast for any cooking stream, whenever it's been, like, some sort of recipe that uses like some sort of like sauce or marinade, chicken breast turns out plenty juicy to the point where it's completely fine. Alright. Come on, baby. Need space for all of these. Feels like we're about halfway through this, and that's about halfway covered, so I think it's gonna be about perfect. thighs are your favorite to cook. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying that thighs probably are just better tasting overall, simply because they've got more fat, and surprise, surprise, fat tastes good. But as a, I don't know, fitness enjoyer, I would say that breasts just on average are much better for your macros. So as a person who likes to, at least, I don't know, keep a somewhat, I don't know, disciplined diet, if you will, if I ever get the chance to choose between breasts or thighs, I'm more of a breast guy, you know? That applies in more ways than one. Not that there's anything wrong with thick thighs, of course. Not that I'm hating on those either. Okay, oven's preheated. Cool, that's nice. We're almost done here anyways. God damn, that music guy's going hard. I'm using a different playlist than yesterday, so didn't have a chance to fully listen to it or anything, but so far it's, I don't know, filled with bangers, I guess? I don't know. Do these qualify as Indian bangers? Maybe. Okay. Let me check the sauce over here. Still needs to get all the liquid out, so it's still just doing its thing. Yesterday wasn't a playlist, it was just a 1 3-minute song on loop. Was it? Are you sure? I mean, like, I'll admit that I didn't listen to the whole thing in advance. I was just like, I chose that playlist like, oh yeah, that seems good. I don't know, it seems like it's gonna be a good Indian generic background music sounding thing, but admittedly, I guess I didn't, you know, it's not like I listened to the entire 3-hour thing, so I guess I didn't realize it was the same song over and over again. So if that's the case, my bad, sorry. Didn't mean to subject your ears to that, but if anything, I guess this playlist, this one I know for sure is a bunch of different songs, because I, apparently by some, like, I don't know, like famous, I don't know if he's famous, but some renowned Indian classical music guy person thing, so I don't know. Are you enjoying all the traditional jams right now? Hopefully. Opening an Indian restaurant, Boggers? I mean, I'd say yesterday's saag paneer, while it was good, I'm not sure I'd be willing to serve that in an Indian restaurant. It definitely wasn't quite there as far as the texture that you were expecting out of your Indian stuff. And the naan was definitely not what you'd expect to be served at an Indian restaurant. That was a little too bread-like, but with some practice, who knows. But something I've learned about these cooking streams over time is that it's really fun to just do cooking streams for funsies, but I would never want to do it as like my profession, like just cooking. And in fact, frankly, I would never want to be like a full-time cooking streamer either. Simply because I like being able to do this when it's just like fun and chill and stress-free. When it becomes your job and when all of a sudden you have to like worry about like impressing others and like making sure the result is good, to me at least it's not as fun anymore, because if I'm just streaming the cooking streams and I fuck up horribly and it ends up being a disaster, like, who cares, right? That's content, baby. But if I'm serving people and by the end I need to be like, okay, this needs to be good because other humans are going to taste this food, like then it's a little bit more stressful and nerve-wracking. Ah, come on. Oh, my. What? I don't even know what instrument this is. There's a bottle of Cobra beer? That actually would have been... You guys are much more clever than I am as far as picking what alcohol I should have drank for these streams. I was just thinking like, chai tea, that's vaguely Indian sorta kinda, right? But yeah, an IPA would have been much more smart, and even a Cobra beer would have been kind of hilarious considering the music, but oh well. Alright, looks like this is going to end up fitting just about perfectly. Neat. Oh my god. Wow. What the hell have I been cooking since yesterday? Bro, doing an Indian Feast Part 2 today. And yesterday's saag paneer turned out nicely, and then yesterday we also prepared the marinade that you're currently seeing at this very moment for the chicken tikka masala. Yes, sir. Alright. And there we go. Okay. That should work, right? I don't know, looks good to me. Marinade's nice and juicy, none of it's really dripping off, which means that we got the desired thickness on that shit too. Cool. And let's toss her in the oven now, shall we? It says 9 to 10 minutes according to the recipe, so it shouldn't have to be an ultra long period of time. And at the very end, we'll broil that shit so that we can get the nice little char on top. But here's what we're fucking with right here. Oh, sorry. Looking pretty good. I don't know. I like it. I like it. Alright. Oh my. Here you go. Whoa, so it's not exactly what you'd call a sturdy metal container or anything, so hopefully that doesn't... Hopefully it's not too much of a pain in the ass to take out of the oven. Should be fine. Alright, let's take a look at the sauce now. So as you can see, it's still simmering, doing its thing. I think we're basically trying to get to the point where we've boiled off essentially all of the water, all of the liquids, so... We're getting there. It still needs probably a little longer, but let's give it a smell. Well, it does smell nice. All right. It smells very, once again, kind of Indian-esque, which is good news. Okay. Still, yeah, it needs more time because it's still like a little liquidy, but it's getting there. Okay. What's the next step here? Let's see. Smell it? It smells like, once again, it just smells like what you would expect when you walk into an Indian restaurant. It doesn't have like a particular note of like, it smells just like this dish, but it just smells like generic Indian food smell, which is not a bad thing. All right. Cheers. It's a yakum. Okay, we need like the official settling to this debate. Is it Jokum or is it Yakum? Because if I assume European, it must be like the European J, right? Like Yakum. But then I've heard both. I'm very confused. Anyways, it's going well. I don't know. Doing some chill cooking. It's neither? Okay. My American brain can only comprehend those two options I just gave you, right? So just pretend it's one of those two and give me the correct one. I mean, neither. Boys, it's pronounced Jokum. Get it right, please. Hell yeah, brother. What's up, Amy, coming in hot with the gifted tier 1 sub to a name apparently I don't know how to pronounce. Thank you, dude. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and weird European name fund. Appreciate it, bud. It's obviously, it's Yakum, of course, just right there. And Amy also coming out with the gifted tier 1 sub to Balkeblos. Well, thank you, dude. That sub will also go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and ideally delicious Indian food fund. Inshallah. Alright. Maybe... There's no fucking way it's Joe Kem. That I would refuse to believe. Say it again, which is closest? Okay, we got either Yachum or Jochum, or, you know, maybe Jochum. I don't know. It's gotta be one of those two, right? Is it not? What? The first one was there. There was Pog, but the Jochum? Yeah. Sure. Alright, what's the next step here? I guess we're eventually going to we're going to pour some hot water in here, and then we'll literally just simmer until thick. Honestly, dude, we're already close to done. Like, I told you guys this wasn't going to be a long cooking stream, simply because a lot of the work that I thought we'd do today, we actually had to do yesterday, so... let's see here. It's just going to be a cup of hot water, or double with using cashews. I ain't using cashews. Because apparently later you're supposed to use either half a cup of heavy cream, or a cup of, like, whole raw cashews, I guess, that you make into like some sort of cream? I don't know how the fuck that works, but nah. There are a few ingredients on here, though, that I'm confused as to when I was supposed to add these. Oh, did I fuck up? Hold on. Okay, so that's the marinade. It says we're supposed to add 2 teaspoons of garam masala. Oh, I definitely only added 1, didn't I? Wait, what? No, when am I supposed to add all this shit? Hold on, what's going on here? Okay, now this is confusing me now. The ingredients, like for the tikka masala, are different than like the instructions. Like the instructions never said at any point to add like. We did cumin, right? It never said to add sugar though. When am I supposed to add that? Nor did it ever say to add the kasuri methi. When do I do that? Whoa! Huh? Whoa! Maybe I just read to the end here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. It's literally just at the very end, apparently. When the tikka masala turns thick, we'll add the sugar and the cream. Stir. Okay. So I think the only thing I did actually fuck up, I think, was how much garam masala that I added. I think we're supposed to add 1 more teaspoon of that shit. I think I only added 1, and we're supposed to actually do 2. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. Where the fuck did I put that? Oh, here it is. Yeah. It's okay. It's a layered garam masala. Yeah, some at the start, some at the end. So that way it's got different flavor profiles. I swear I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. It's like nothing ever happened. Next outside cooking stream next weekend? I don't know exactly when I'm doing the next outdoor cooking stream, but I want to do one soon since the weather's pretty nice right now. I'm hankering for a camping stream since it's been a while now since we've done camping. I think realistically I want to do that within the next like month or so for sure. And I mean, if anything, I know that like my birthday is coming up next month, and I definitely want to do a little special camping stream for that one. I already have a pretty fun idea in mind as to what I want to do. It should be pretty legit. But yeah, I'd like to do another outdoor cooking stream soon as well, whether it be camping or something else. The good news is, like, after going to so many different locations for outdoor cooking streams, like, there's a lot of ones I'd like to go back to where I already know it's going to work well. So, we'll see. Nothing officially planned yet, but I've been, I don't know, brainstorming lately. Got some potentially fun ideas. Okay, this is getting pretty close to the point where we're Gucci, and now we can add the water and start simmering, I think. In fact, yeah, I'd say most of the liquid's gone to the point where now you can separate it from the sides of the pan, right? Like that. I think we're Gucci. I think we add the water and start simmering. Oh, I never actually set a timer for the chicken, did I? Shit. How long has it been? Chat. Okay, fuck. Fuck. Let's assume it's been 7 minutes now. Let's do 3 more. Oh, well, let's just eyeball this. How's the chicken looking? Let's see. I don't know. Ignore the cum stains, of course. It looks like chicken. Briefly open the top here. Let's see what it's looking like. I mean, I don't know. Looks fine. I'm just going to assume that my approximation for how long it's been there is correct. All right? Let's assume it's been in there for about 7. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Looking forward to it? Yeah, we'll do some stuff. Well, we'll certainly, now it's getting warmer outside, we'll certainly do a lot of fun outside stuff this summer. That I can promise you. Alright, let's add the water and, like, get the shit, hot water, evidently. Get the shit covered and simmering and shit. Damn it. Careful, SpongeBob. Okay. And how much heat do we use for this? I'm assuming it's like relatively high heat if we just added a shitload of water, right? Simmer, it just says simmer until thick. So we were on medium-high heat before, so I'm assuming that's not really supposed to change, so, okay. That does smell nice, dude. It does smell nice. I'm not sure if I added enough salt, though. I mean, like, we added that teaspoon it told us to add, but I'm a salt enjoyer, so I guess we can salt this more at the end, but at least for now, we'll leave it as is and let it do its thing. Alright, cover up. I don't know if we're supposed to leave it partially uncovered, or are we, what are we doing here? just says cover. This recipe is a little vague at certain points. I'm gonna leave it very slightly uncovered, just in case. Okay, cool. And in the meantime, the chicken's just about ready to take out of the oven. But I guess, okay, we're not actually gonna take it out though. I guess we're supposed to broil it here at the end so we can char it. So we're gonna end up broiling it for 2 to 3 minutes. How the fuck do I broil with my oven again? I've done it only once ever before, and it was, it was, shit, what stream was that where I had the garlic explode? I think that was the Chipotle cooking stream. Oh yeah, that's right, I was making the green salsa for the Chipotle cooking stream, and that's when the garlic exploded on the broiler. Good times. Alright, I'm just gonna fire up the broiler now. I'm assuming I just kind of press the broil button and then... Oh, okay, hold on. Do I just turn this off and then I hit broil? Okay, there we go. Hi. Sure, fuck it, why not? Yeah. And then cook time, or I guess timer, we'll start with 2 minutes and see what happens here. The layer of gamer gunk in this bad boy? Hey, you know what? Let's see your kitchen. Oh, my kitchen's pristine. It's literally never dirty ever at all. Okay, ignore the cum stains. Not relevant. All right, okay. So this will get nice and hot. I can see the little coils on the top doing their broiling thing. All right. Let's try to avoid any sort of exploding chicken, ideally. It's totally fine to use like this aluminum tray when you're broiling, right? Oh, probably. Esmond Gold approves. Hey, like honestly, like is my kitchen pristine and clean? No, but is it like clean enough to the point where I'd be embarrassed to like invite other people over? No, it's not that bad. You like to keep the oven door open so you don't forget? That seems like a bad idea. The broiler's glowing red hot. I don't know how well you can tell in there, but there you go. Yeah, okay. Not yet. Well, it's this little green thing. Weird lens thing, I guess. Okay. Anyways, I don't know, I'm a little paranoid about this aluminum tray. I'm thinking like, it's like a relatively thin, it's not super, it's not super structurally sound, but it's probably fine, right? Probably. I only need to do this until like I see the top of the chicken start to get a little charred. Not there yet, but I'm starting to see a little char on there. Okay. I don't know how well you can tell there, but I want to get some color on top of it. That's what we're trying to do. Just like a little bit of char, a little bit of crispiness, if you will, as basically the substitute for putting this in like a 900-degree brick oven. That was at the 2-minute mark. It's not charred enough yet, though. Like another minute. Your oven's really bad right now? Probably because you never clean it, but obviously I clean my oven all the time, and I've totally cleaned my oven many times before, since I moved into this apartment. Yeah, of course, obviously. I mean, imagine being a degenerate who's never cleaned his oven like once in his entire life. Couldn't be me. Alright, a little more char in there. I mean, I guess I didn't really start the timer when the broiler was fully heated up. I guess I started the broiler, like the timer like when the broiler was starting to get heated up, so I'm just gonna eyeball this. I am seeing at the very back though of the tray, like the little skewers that I use have been like, they're blackened and charred to the point where they're super burnt. So because of that, I don't want to leave this in for too much longer. Alright, that was 3 minutes right there. What's up, Shrekman Rain Deep? Hi. Admiring the cum stains on my oven, I see. Hopefully you're enjoying. Alright, let's go ahead and take it out. I'm paranoid. I don't want to leave it in any longer than this. Also, the broiler kind of scares me, if I'm being honest. I don't know. It just feels like my oven's going to randomly burst into flames if I wait too long here. Alright, let's turn that off and I guess vent out the heat a bit. It's probably hot as fuck in there at this point. Yeah, alright. We don't have like a ton of char on top, but we got a little bit. I'm gonna call that good enough. Fuck it. It's getting hot in here too because of the oven and shit. So let me open the windows. Beautiful outside today. It's like in the low 70s, I think. Still way too hot for my preferences in April, but for like normie standards, it's what you'd call a beautiful day. Oh yeah. Okay. God damn, that smells delicious. Holy shit. All right. Now the process of taking this out. All right. So, finally I get to actually utilize something that I've been meaning to show off on stream for a while now. So remember when I told you yesterday about how when I house sat for my friends, they got me a couple of gifts, right? So the one that I showed off yesterday was like the little mini teacup thing that I use for my adorable little tea. And I'm not using it today because I wanted the man's portion of tea, but we drank from that yesterday. Well, the other thing that they gave me, funnily enough, was something that I actually needed and I've really probably should have bought a long time ago, but I didn't. You guys would know in the past, whenever I need to have use any sort of when I need to get anything out of the oven, I just use my ghetto ass dish towels as my oven mitts. So my friends, actually, they didn't even know this, but they were like, hey, we got you this oven mitt from Puerto Rico as well. I told them oh, that's cool. I don't actually own one. So now I finally own an oven mitt. And they were like, oh, you don't? That's weird. But all right, there we go. We nailed it. So shout out to my friends. They got me an oven mitt that I really should have bought many years ago. But if you wait long enough, somebody just gives it to you for free. It's really just that easy, boys. Wow. Now, unfortunately, I don't own a second oven mitt. So because of that, we still are going to have to use a ghetto ass dish towel for for one side, for one hand here. But hey, you know what? Baby steps, okay? Maybe give it another 10 years, I might even own a second oven mitt. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Let's not burn the shit out of ourselves here, please. Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 Come on out, baby. Oh. 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 Oh, okay, nice. All right, hey, wow, no major oven disasters. The broiler, like I said, makes me paranoid, but we're good. Okay. Okay, yeah, that chicken's looking good. Let me show you here. Okay, look at that. Oh, look at that color, baby. Oh, yeah, got that char on top. Okay, okay. Okay. Come on, Chad, you gonna tell me that doesn't look fucking delicious? I mean, fuck the sauce. Hell, we can just eat this chicken just as is. I could just demolish all of this right now. Can you think of all the gains that are inside all this right here? Yes. Oh, baby. Okay, cool. That looks nice, dude. That looks nice. Yes, sir. Cool. All right. That's at least a pound of muscle and raw gains. Yeah, it is just kind of nice. If I was going to make just one portion of tikka masala for a one-time meal sort of thing, I would have leaned towards thighs. But the fact that I'm going to have this for many meals meant that I wanted to go with breasts just because, yes, for the gains. Ugh. Yeah. All right, how are we looking in here, by the way? Still simmering. Did I see you, did I ever ask Gym Girl out? Unfortunately, she disappeared to go live a real life, Sag. But, I don't know, I've asked her out in my dreams multiple times. Does that count? Got your very own gym girl now. Oh, shit. No bluff of deciding to become a real adult? All right, all right, all right. You're doing better than I am, I can tell you that. That's for sure. This way. Hi. Okay, so, how long are we supposed to do this? We're supposed to simmer just until thick. Yet of pouring consistency. So thick, but not too thick. Whatever the fuck that means. Stir this up and see how we're looking. Ooh. Okay, I mean, it looks relatively thick, but I don't know. The recipe, once again, is very vague about what qualifies as thick. Is this thick? Are we waiting longer? I mean, it's thick-ish, but still pourable. I guess we'll give it maybe a couple more minutes, but feels like we're getting close to being ready already. Man, I apologize. This is gonna be a short-ass stream. I didn't think this would be so fast. I honestly, now that I'm doing this, if it weren't for the marinating time that it took, I could have just done this yesterday. Well, nah, it'd been a long-ass stream if I did this yesterday on top of the stuff I was already doing, but when I read this recipe, it looked like it was going to take a while, so I was like, oh shit, that will take up an entire stream, but oh well, what can you do? Tikka masala, any percentage? Yeah, maybe I'm just getting better at cooking to the point where now all of a sudden I can cook things like at somewhat of the allotted time that the recipe actually says you can. How have I been? Oh, you know, just being chilling, doing what I always do, playing World of Warcraft, being a degenerate, being a vanilla enjoyer. What can I say? You're back living the warrior orgasm dream on SOD right now? You know, you had me until SOD. Man, you were so close to greatness. So close, and then you said SOD. How dare you play video games that, different video games than I do. Kidding. Glad you're having fun, bud. Thick with 2 C's, but not, yeah, thick with 2 C's, but not with 3 C's. Yeah, 3 C's and you fucked up. The full fucking bis in the stove grease? Yeah, it's actually been a while since since we kind of refreshed that one. Hold on, let's, make sure that's still nice and distinct in there. Got nice little layer of grease on the stove to carve out the dust again. Nice. That's really hot. Oh. There we go. Full fucking bis, boys. I don't care what it takes. Even if it means a dusty ass stove. All right. I'm kind of impatient, so I'm kind of getting to the point where I just want to send the next step of this recipe. Sorry, hold on. Gotta make it perfect. All right. Let's see here. Ooh, okay. God, this smells delicious already, man. I could just spoon this straight into my mouth, I'm pretty sure. I literally just put the chicken in here, stirred it in, be like, all right, it's done. Good enough for me. Leave my cum-stained stove alone. Yeah, if you're gonna give me shit, like, give me shit for my cum-stained oven. The stove is off limits. Come on now. You're sorry, but Nax era is just not the play. If we could have MC and BWL forever, you would cry maybe AQ too. I mean, you can still do MC and BWL on era, obviously. I did a speed run, in fact, in MC and BWL on Tuesday. Don't ask how they... Well, I was about to say don't ask how it went. It went okay, I guess, but anyways. Yeah, I mean, obviously Nax is like the, I don't know, main content, I guess, but it's not like people don't run the other ones, since all the vanilla raids are always relevant, since vanilla's got a whole bunch of good gear in all tiers, even like at the end of the game. Any dowsers? Yeah. Go again next month. Alright. Man, I felt bad. Like, the person who missed the DAOs, like, posted on Discord, like, guys, I'm so sorry. I'd like to formally apologize. Just like, and people thankfully had the similar attitude to me. It was just basically like, it's all right, man. Shit happens. That's obviously a horrible fuck up to make in a speed run, but we've all fucked up at some point, and like, it just so happens he made that fuck up in a speed run. But it is what it is, right? I'm certainly not upset because I've got my fair share of clips where I fucked up horribly, right? It's kind of my thing. Somebody had to forget DAOs for content. I'm not sure if it was great content just sitting there AFK at Domo for a minute and a half just waiting for him to spawn, but oh well. Okay. We are officially going to move on to the next step of the recipe. I think it's time. Oh, it says check the... Okay, there's a part of the video where it says... Or part of this recipe where it says, just check the video to see the consistency that you want here. Alright. Is there a video here? Oh, imagine making me watch some random-ass video. Fucking Pinterest. Check my Pinterest to see the full... No, I'm not checking your fucking Pinterest, bitch. Alright, whatever. I'm sure it's fine as is. Alright. Next part. Let's see. Optional, cool down and blend. Yeah, we're not going to blend this. No, thank you. So when the tikka masala turns thick, add sugar and cream. Now I'm just realizing the recipe, like every other instruction says, make sure to check the video to confirm it looks correct. Like, bro, I shouldn't have to watch some video. Just write it out. So anyways, so we're supposed to add sugar and cream, or cashew cream, but we're not doing that. Stir well, cook for a few minutes until thick. creamy and aromatic, and then we'll add the grilled chicken. Do I turn the heat down before I add the cream? It feels like a bad idea to just like toss the cream in here and have it get blasted, because I feel like that would fuck it up. Would it not? I'm gonna turn the heat down. Let's let that cool off a bit, and then we'll add in the cream, then we can heat it back up if we need to. Sugar, staple item of American cooking. I mean, in fairness, like the French don't add a shitload of sugar to their food. Come on now. At least they're, you know, pastries and shit. Okay, yeah, this is definitely seeming like the consistency it should be. And I've seen like various chicken tikka masala recipes in the past, and some say, oh, no, you don't want to add sugar. That's not authentic. But this recipe calls for sugar, so I'm going to trust the process. Speaking of which, let's grab that, shall we? There we are. Great value, of course. How much sugar are we adding here? 1 cup of sugar. No, 1 to 2 teaspoons. Okay, we'll start with, I guess, 1. Work our way up from there. I don't traditionally expect my tikka masala to be like super sweet, so we'll just start with 1 and see what happens. We can always add another later, I guess. And then, all right, I guess it's cooled down enough to the point where let's add the cream, question mark? It's gonna be a half a cup of that shit. Right? Okay. I'm just paranoid because of how vague this recipe gets here at the very end. Surely you've watched the video, right? So that way you know exactly what it's supposed to look like. All right, half a cup, cream. The heavy whipping cream, if you will. All right, now here's the part where I assume it's gonna turn the color you traditionally expect this to be, right? Which is kind of like a bright orange. Let's see what happens. Let's mix her up. Survey says. Okay, I mean, it's not really what I'd call a bright orange. It's more like a, I don't know, a muted orange, but it doesn't look bad. What do I, yeah, traditional, well, not traditional, maybe it's not traditional like when it's bright orange, but usually I expect like almost like a radioactive orange. But that being said, it looks fine. All right, turn that heat back up. Ah, yes, smells good. Okay, sure. And I think do I add the chicken immediately? Stir well, cook for a few minutes until thick, creamy, and aromatic, it says. Sure. All right, in that case, in the meantime, since I think we're approaching being done already, this is gonna be the shortest cooking stream ever. Honestly, it's not a bad thing. It's probably for the best that cooking streams are like 2.5 hours and not the normal 4 that they usually are. More cream? No. I think that's fine. Looks good as is. All right, I'm gonna bust out the air fryer because we want to heat up some of that naan that we made yesterday. And I figure there's no better way to make it nice and crispy on the outside like naan ideally should be than air fryer, question mark? Right. Shout out to my sister for getting me this air fryer last year. It's been clutch multiple times on cooking streams. Yes. It's a tiny ass. It's the bachelor version, but it gets the job done. Seeing as I am, in fact, a bachelor. All right, now, question is, which one of these naan pieces do we use? Because for those that didn't watch yesterday, our naan was, as the kids would say, thick AF. So, should I be trying to find the one that's like least thick as possible? For reference, like look like that. Not ideally what you want your naan to look like, but it tasted good. That's what counts, right? I'll go with this bottom one. That one looks. Actually, this one looks fine, right? I'll go with this one. Fuck it, whatever. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, hell, they're even thicker than like you'd expect really pancakes to be as well, but. I don't know what I did wrong yesterday. Like, I was going over it in my head thinking, like, okay, what caused these to be so thick? I think it's probably a combination of maybe going a little bit overboard on how much yeast was in there, and then maybe the fact that I fucked with it and add some water and extra flour to the dough when I was forming it. Because everything else I think I did fine. Like, I think the thickness of what the naan was rolled out to before I cooked it was, like, about correct, so. I have absolutely no idea what setting to put this on. Let's just assume, I don't know. Shouldn't take long, right? 5 minutes, maybe? Sure. Now we gotta wait till this is thick and aromatic. It's aromatic, it smells fucking delicious. Is this thick yet? Yeah, watch the video for streamer. Go to our webpage, go to my Pinterest and watch the video. One thing I do want to do, let's give this a taste test. I think now is probably the time where if we're going to add some more shit to it, it's probably time to do it. So let's get a spoon out and just see how we're doing here. 350 degrees on 5 minutes. I did 400. That's probably fine, right? I'll turn it down a little bit. Fine. How about 375? We'll shoot the gap. Okay. Let's see here. Trying to avoid burning the shit out of my mouth here. One sec. Ooh. Okay. I think it needs a little salt, but otherwise flavor. We're chilling. Now, I will say the tomatoes probably should have been blended more. I probably should have gotten it closer to puree than it did like a still rough tomato consistency. So it's got a little texture in there that you wouldn't normally find in chicken tikka masala, but it's not a bad thing. It's fine. Anyways, let's salt this bad bitch up a little bit more. Not much, just a smidge. There we go. Ooh. I honestly thought this recipe would also produce more. Like, it's fine. It's not like I need a massive pot full of chicken tikka masala, but I did actually kind of expect this to be a probably double the quantity of what's in here. But it's okay. But yeah, and as you can tell, it's definitely more textured. Like, normally when you think of chicken tikka masala, usually it's like the sauce itself is like very much just a smooth liquid. And I guess what I could do is I could pour this into the blender and blend it, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to do that. Number one, because the idea of like super hot liquid in the plastic blender is not an amazingly appealing idea. And then number two, I think it all should be fine as is with more texture anyways, I think. Blend it. You just use a stick blender? Yes, in a perfect world I have like the little immersion blender and you just like right in there, right? But I don't own one of those, so. I mean, I could turn the heat off and I guess wait for it to cool down, but I don't want to wait that long, dude. Blend in your Gucci. But Mom, I mean, texture-wise or consistency-wise, I think we're good. So I'm gonna turn off the heat, but I don't know. Should I blend this? Like, we're gonna have to wait for this to cool down for a while, though, is the problem because the I'm not about to add like the super hot liquid to a plastic blender, like I said, but blending would bring it home to perfection. All right, we'll fucking blend it. All right, fine. But if my chicken tikka masala ends up having a plasticky chemical taste to it, I know who to blame. It's gonna be you, chat. All right, fine. Let's bring this, I guess, back to the counter over here. What could possibly go wrong? Oh boy. Okay. If you say so, chat. Hey, Joel. Hey, bud. Also means I gotta pour it into here. That's guaranteed to be a disaster, but okay, if you say so. Oh. This feels too hot still. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little hot. We're gonna have to wait, I guess, a bit, but once again, your fault, chat. And also now we're gonna, I guess we're heating up the naan a little early now at this point, but oh well, that's okay. Too short of a cooking stream anyways, gotta extend it, so blend it. You know, you can't win, man. You have like a really short cooking stream and people are like, it's too short, not enough content. But then you do one of those marathon cooking streams, like, bro, can you speed this up? Literally started cooking like 5 hours ago. Where's the food? I'm hungry. Speaking of which, how's this looking? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say that naan's Gucci now. Except now, like, we're not ready to do the tikka masala yet. All right, I'm impatient. We're just gonna put this in the blender and just assume it's fine. Oh, is it fine? It's probably fine, whatever. Let's just add this and hope our blender doesn't melt. Oh, it's okay, splattering a little bit. Okay, okay. We're fine. Scrape the rest of this out though. I'm not super comfy whenever you pour like a really hot liquid into plastic. That always feels like it's never a great thing for you, but it's probably fine. Okay. Now, eventually, we're gonna have to pour this back into this pot so we can re-add the chicken, right? And they gotta heat it back up. So we're gonna have to pour this back in once again after we're done. All right. So, I guess let's blend her up. Where's the lid? Okay. It's working! It's working! That's probably all we need, right? Ooh, I mean, it does look pretty creamy now. Oh, shit. Okay. I mean, that looks like about what you want it to be, right? All right. I think we're good. I think we pour that right back into the pot. We add this with the chicken, and then we create. Oh, shit, I gotta get the rice. Oh, fuck. I should have started cooking the rice a hell of a lot earlier. God fucking damn it. Okay, let's start doing that now. See, I was just standing there the entire time, just like, I don't know, waiting, killing time. In reality, I really should have been making the rice during that time. All right, fuck. Okay. All right, hold on, chat. Just extending the contents once again. Fuck. Plus 30 minutes? Well, more like 15. God damn it. Well, remember I was complaining about like, ah shit, it's gonna be a short cooking stream. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and retract that statement. I guess we're about to approach average length now. Problem with rice is you can't really speed up the cooking process. I guess unless you have instant rice, which I don't. Hey, all right. Let's pour this back into the pot and do the thing. Oh, come on up. There you go. All right, so pour this bad boy back in. Ooh, okay, look how smooth and creamy that shit looks. I mean, okay. The only problem is like it feels like we're kind of wasting some of this because it's gonna get stuck in the blender. I guess I got the little rubber spatula thing I can use. Ooh, okay. All right, get in there, all that shit. Don't want to waste any of it. Come on. Oh, there's still so much just like kind of stuck in here. Come on, man. I don't want to waste any of this shit. This is all delicious orange liquidy goodness. Alright, close enough. Alright. Well, hopefully the blending was worth it, because I lost like a teaspoon of that shit. Fuck! Perhaps even a tablespoon. Alright, so next step I think is we just combine the chicken and the sauce, right? The sugar chicken, and oh, and we're gonna have to do the kasuri methi as well. Oh my, remember those little pebbles that we tried to eat yesterday and that didn't work out at all? It's finally time to actually use them in this recipe. How exciting. Alright, so for those that didn't watch yesterday's stream, let me reintroduce you to this shit. The methi seeds, not to be confused with meth, very different, which are fenugreek seeds. I don't know what the fuck that is, but you'd think like, oh, these look like little mini peanuts. You can probably just like, I don't know, scoop this into your mouth and just snack on it. Do not do that. They're the consistency of like small pebbles when uncooked. So yeah, you'll end up biting into these and just going like when you bite down. Not pleasant. Don't do that. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, let that do its thing for 15 minutes. Fuck. Anyways, so apparently I guess we're going to add this at the very end of this process, and I guess in theory it's going to become cooked and edible, I guess, maybe. So first things first, let's see. So we just add the chicken and then also the kasuri methi, huh? All right. Come on, chicken. Might have to try at least one of these pieces of chicken just for quality assurance at some point here. Don't burn the sauce now. I put it on relatively low heat. Should be okay. All right, let's try this last little piece right here. Let's see if we nailed it. Ooh. We fucking nailed it, boys. That's juicy, tender, and delicious. Yes, sir. All right. Will be made even better, obviously, once we have it covered in this orange goo. Cool. Alright. Whoa. The skewer process worked well. I mean, I'm sure this works better in like an actual grill, so like either a tandoori grill as the traditional thing would do, or I guess maybe even just like a regular barbecue grill, but in a pinch, I guess this method got the job done. They're probably not quite as charred on the outside as they would be on a real grill, but we got at least a little bit of char. We take that, we take that. Everything is better with goo. Yeah, a little orange Indian cum, never heard anything, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, once again, like I said earlier, I did sort of expect more sauce. I mean, like, whatever, it's gonna be kind of like a very thick tikka masala, but I think in a perfect world, feels like in my mind at least, there should have been like twice the amount of sauce in here to go with the chicken, but let's mix her up and see what it looks like. I mean, yeah, it's fine. The Tikka masala. It's definitely not the radioactive orange, though, you would typically expect from chicken tikka masala. It's much more of a muted orange, which, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as it tastes fine, right? But usually, like, when I buy, like, for example, like the little jar of pre-made chicken or tikka masala sauce, it's usually, like, radioactive glowing orange and not this, like, kind of muted, almost like brown orange-ish color, so I don't know what exactly gives it that color and why this doesn't have it, but taste-wise, at least, when I tried it earlier, it tasted fine. Let me taste it now. Tastes good to me. Trying to think if there's anything else I should add to this. It's pretty good. Salt, I think, is fine. Doesn't need to be sweeter. More taste. I think we're fine. Yeah, I'd say it's about right. Okay, cool. Right. Looks more like sat. I have no idea what that is, but sure, why not? And now we have to wait for the rice. God damn it, dude. All right. Well, in the meantime, how you doing, chat? Are you enjoying yourself? You get the sauce more red/orangish when you use tomato puree. I mean, like, tomato puree, what's the difference between that and just blending tomatoes? Like, that's what I did, right? I just blended a bunch of tomatoes together, and like, tomato puree is, I'm assuming, just tomatoes that have been pureed, right? So, I agree that, like, when I added tomatoes, it wasn't this bright red that I was expecting. It's more like it was more pink. But I assume that's just kind of like, because it had a bunch of air bubbles in there, but they're just tomatoes. What could I possibly fuck up, right? Can't I speedrun the rice? I don't know if that's the best idea. I know for sure how to cook rice and make it fine, so I don't want to like try to fuck it up just for the sake of content. Also, let me, I guess, maybe reheat. Well, I'll reheat the naan once we're like Gucci and ready to go. But we are waiting for this to heat back up anyway, so that's okay. Got a little time to kill. Gotta get it nice and hot. Okay. Now, one thing the extra bready naan is going to be good for that we made yesterday was the fact that like it's going to be really good at soaking up a bunch of extra sauce, which this obviously will have plenty of. So I'm looking forward to that part. Any extra sauce on the plate, we can kind of use the naan, or very bready naan, as a nice little scraper off the plate. Ooh, should I heat up some of the saag paneer and just add that onto the plate as well? Am I allowed to do that, chat? Just enjoy some of yesterday's saag paneer to like kind of complete the Indian medley on the plate? I'm gonna do that, fuck it. Got some time to kill anyways, why the hell not? Probably a bigger plate. We don't want to go with a massive portion or anything, but I intentionally haven't eaten for a while, so I knew I'd be pretty hungry at this point, and I am, surprise, surprise. Yes, enjoy. All right, hold on. Remember when I was super worried about like storing the saag paneer, because like, oh god, I'm using the giant Tupperware. Yeah, it turns out I fit it all into just this thing right here, so that wasn't an issue. I'm assuming I can just reheat this in the microwave. That seems fine. We don't need a shitload. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh man, that's tasty. All right. Oh my god, streamer using the microwave. Oh, so uncultured. That's right. All right. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm kind of impatient for the rice. Can we just have the chicken tikka masala on its own? Just say fuck it, whatever. It's probably gonna be fine, right? The rice still has 8 more minutes, bro. Getting a rice cooker is probably your best investment ever. I mean, rice cookers are easy and convenient for sure, but to me at least, cooking just like with this method isn't really any slower. It's not like it's hard, right? You literally just put rice and water, comes to a boil, put it on simmer, put the lid on, boom, you're Gucci. So I'm not against rice cookers per se, but like I'm not a person who eats rice like every night. Like maybe if I was, I'd consider it, but the conventional way of just cooking rice in a pot is not like it's hard or any more, like more or less time consuming. So for me, it's kind of whatever. Wait. Is that warm enough? Yes, sir. All right, we'll definitely have a nice little colorful plate, no doubt about that. All right, I'm starting to get impatient here. 7 more minutes. Now, I don't want to wait that long. Fuck it. Can we just plate this up? Is that okay? Just use the kettle so the water will boil faster? Yeah. Fuck. But then, it feels like it's weird to not put chicken tikka masala over rice. Like every time I've ever gone to an Indian restaurant, it's been over rice. But I'm hungry. That was a little preview. Cheers, chat. Oh my god, dude, that paneer is so fucking good, man. Heard water kettles are not that common over here in the States? You mean like this? I'd say they're very common. I mean, like, at least for me, like, I've always been a tea enjoyer, right? So as someone who drinks tea, like, it's kind of mandatory, right? I mean, I guess maybe if you only drink coffee, I guess maybe you just have a coffee maker and that's it. But I feel like a teapot is a pretty common thing in any American household. One time you said your dad, let's make chicken marsala, and then you said, oh, like the Indian food? Yeah, there's definitely a difference between the R and not having the R in that word for sure. Heard people boil water in the microwave in the States? I mean, occasionally. Which, once again, like, I don't understand why people have an issue with that. Like, if you boil water in the microwave, it's because you want to boil a very small quantity, just like enough to fill 1 cup, and that's it. So you don't want to, like, it's just quick and easy. Like, we've had this topic before, like, oh, you're boiling water in the microwave, what are you doing? You're ruining the water. Motherfucker, you're just increasing the temperature of the water just like you would in some fucking teapot. There is no difference. Like, I would say still, the majority of, like, when you're heating up a decent quantity of water, we still use a teapot, but, like, yeah, okay, every now and then I guess I'll heat water in the microwave. Like, what's wrong with that? Bro, it's literally just temperature. It's vibrating the water to make it hotter. It's not like there's any sort of horrible shit going on to, oh, you're ruining the water streamer, oh god. Microwave boiled water tastes worse. Okay, buddy. Okay. Alright, anyways, let's reheat this naan a little bit more. We're being patient, chat. We're waiting the 4.5 minutes for the rice to finish. Ugh. Alright. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a little knob. I don't feel like making more chai tea, so I think what I'm gonna do here is just straight up just pour some knob. Fuck it, dude. Yes. It is a little early in the afternoon for me to be drinking, but hey, you know what? It's a special occasion. It's a cooking stream. It's comfy. I'll only a shitload. That'll get the job done. If anything, it'll make the cleanup process that we're going to do after this stream a little bit more fun. And, you know, normally the entire process for cleaning my kitchen after a cooking stream is a fucking nightmare because my kitchen's just covered in stuff. Like, even if, like, alright, it still looks pretty messy, but, like, I feel like this is at least pretty manageable. I've had a lot worse situations as far as having to clean my kitchen after cooking streams. Oh shit, I didn't have the seeds shit. Fuck. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Alright, gotta add that. Alright, cool. See? Extending the content, baby. How much are we supposed to use of this shit? God, hopefully it cooks in a way where it's not just, like, biting down on rocks. 1 tablespoon. Okay. Here's half a tablespoon. Alright, well, shit, let's mix this up, and, I mean, hopefully it'll get soft, like, relatively quickly. I don't know. Never used these seeds just to add some crunch or what? I have absolutely no idea, if I'm being honest. We're gonna find out. I also turned the heat off on this. Fuck! Why did I do that? I don't know. I hope they soften up quickly, because now we're almost about to eat, and I remember, like, when I tried them uncooked yesterday, they are not something you want to eat raw. We're gonna find out, I guess. I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming that what they do is they're supposed to add crunch, but I have absolutely no idea how long it takes to make it so they go from being raw to consumable. Uh-oh. Nah, it'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong at this point, right? Yeah. Cheers, chat. Cheers to some comfy Indian cooking. Oh, this is just sitting here teasing me. Like, I want to eat it now, dude. In fact, I'm pretty sure I warmed this up way too early. Whew, that's some tasty knob right there. I do love sticking knob in my mouth. This is good stuff, man. Alright, heat up for me, baby. I know for sure we gotta cook these seeds at least a little bit, so I don't want to, like someone said earlier, I don't want to burn the sauce, but at the same time I do want to make sure that, if anything, we want to make sure this is heated up, and, well, no. Hopefully these don't take long to cook. Is it spicy? Nah, we didn't make this spicy at all. Traditionally when you have chicken tikka masala, I don't really think it's ever spicy. I mean, I think it's maybe white person spicy if you're like a giant wuss, but I don't think I've ever had a version of chicken tikka masala that's spicy. I'm sure it can be. I'm sure you can just add more maybe peppers and maybe more chili powder, I guess, but really none of the ingredients that were used are overly spicy. Always order it Indian hot? Nah, dude, I'm too white for that. I'm not brave enough to ever do Indian hot. Like, I can handle, like, white person hot, but Indian hot is a little scary. Alright, well, we're definitely bubbling again now, so surely that means the little silly seeds in here are cooking, right? Surely. Alright, hey, the rice is done. Successfully killed 15 minutes. Cool. Okay. So... ta-da! Now, no, it's not like the jasmine or basmati rice that traditionally you want for your Indian dishes, whatever, but, like, it's gonna work fine, I promise. Let me reheat the paneer a little bit more now that it's just been sitting here for a bit. And then I guess we'll be good to go. Okay. Alright. I assume the naan's probably about Gucci now as well. Okay. Nice thing about Indian food as well, at least from what I've noticed when I've eaten it before, it always reheats really well. You're never worried about not being like as good as the first time around. All right, so let's take a bit of rice out of here. And I know it's not traditional Indian rice, but whatever, it's gonna get the job done fine. Nice little bed. Alright, and let's assume this is cooked long enough now. If it hasn't, I guess we can just cook it even longer if I need to, and make it so the seeds are fully cooked. I don't know if they are, but we're gonna send it. There we go, that'll work. Well, I don't taste any like super hard, crunchy, awful pebbles in there that are breaking my teeth, so I don't know, seems fine. I'm gonna sprinkle maybe a little bit of salt over here, not a ton, but just enough to do that, and then we take out the naan. Oh! Well, it's probably still fine, right? I might have left it in here a little longer than I should have. How's the other side look? I mean, it's fine, whatever. God damn it, I have more, but like, ugh. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna call an audible and take out another one, just heat it up in the microwave, dude. We kind of just turned this one into kind of a bit of a brick, didn't we? God damn it, dude. Okay. Well, it was going so well up until now. How edible is this? Let me see. Oh, it's still really hot. Surprise, surprise. I mean, it's not, it's like completely rigid now. That's not a great sign. Oh. It's very crunchy. You know, it's still fine, actually. It's kind of like the consistency now of, like, I don't know. It's actually not bad with the crunch. It's just not what you want naan to be. It's a little tough. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and heat up another slice of naan. I'm gonna do that in the microwave. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Yeah. This one, I'm not gonna toss. It's still edible. It's just like not maybe what you want to pair with like Indian food, because like it won't do a very good job of soaking up the sauce when it's kind of turned into a bit of a brick. All right. So yeah, let me go ahead and swap that one out. Oh look! Wow, some naan. Oh, that does not look good. Oh shit, perfect. Okay, well. Slide that on there. Yep. Okay. There we go. Like nothing ever happened. Perfect. All right, let's eat, shall we? I am one hungry motherfucker. All right, chat. There you go. Okay. Sure that's framed decently well. Okay. Make sure the lighting's on point. Okay. And need the knob. Can't forget that. Okay. So, let's show you what we're working with here up close, shall we? I mean, like, okay. That looks like a legit Indian feast you'd get at like an Indian restaurant, right? That looks pretty, I mean, visually speaking, like, I think that looks pretty good, right? I think if I served this at an Indian restaurant, I'd be like, okay, all right, that looks like Indian food. The only difference, I guess, is maybe the tikka masala isn't like quite as bright orange as you'd normally expect it to be, but it doesn't look like bad, right? It's still got like a nice little orange color to it. All right, all right. Sure. Let's grab chat and then we're good to go. You'd accept that? Yeah, dude. That's nice. Once again, the naan is thick as fuck, but we know it still tastes fine. Okay, okay, okay. Cheers, chat. Let's try her out. Now, we've already tried the saag paneer, so let's go ahead and try the tikka masala. Is this table really short? Yeah, it does sit very low. It's not really ideally a dining table, but it's the only table I have. Normally I'm just a DJ who just eats at my desk. That is chicken tikka masala, all right. Okay, okay. Ooh, okay, the chicken is so good, dude. Chicken is cooked perfectly and the marinade's really tasty. It's got a nice little crunch on the outside to it. Yeah, the chicken's fire, dude. Now, I will say, okay, 100% transparency here. The sauce is good, but it feels like normally when I have chicken tikka masala, the flavor is exactly the same. But I feel like maybe the intensity of the flavor, maybe in like a chicken tikka masala that I normally have like a restaurant, is maybe like 50% just stronger, just more intense. Like it's not different. It's just maybe the flavor's a bit more, I don't know, ratcheted up, like, right? And I don't know how to make it so that way it's more like that. I guess maybe you just let it reduce more and get thicker, but consistency-wise, I don't know, it seemed like it was fine. So, like, it's not bad. It's like, I do wish the tikka masala flavor was just a little bit stronger. But overall, it's still decent. Like, overall, if they served me this at an Indian restaurant, I'd still be satisfied, for sure. Plus, like, I I really probably should have just bought some like restaurant tikka masala takeout and gotten it, compared the two, but so it's hard to say for sure unless I have them side by side, but the flavor's on point. It could be a little bit like more intense, stronger, but that's just the sauce. The chicken though is fucking perfect. The chicken is perfectly seasoned, perfectly marinated, perfectly like textured. That's Gucci. They cook stuff for a long time. Yeah, that could be part of it too, right? You just have that simmering for like literally just hours. Yeah, you're right. That could be part of it too. Yeah. But still very tasty, dude. I'm still gonna demolish all of this. I can promise you that. Take some finesse to balance all the flavors and spices. Well, like I said, the flavor itself is perfect. Like to me, it just tastes exactly like chicken tikka masala. I guess maybe like there's still some balance to be found to like maybe make it more intense without ruining it, I guess maybe, but not bad. How's the rice? I mean, it's fine. It's just generic white rice. I know how to cook rice. That one I've done a million times. That one's pretty hard to fuck up. But yeah, the chicken, I don't know how well you can see this, but the chicken itself is, oh, beautiful. Whoa. Focus. Okay. Oh, come on. Is it gonna focus? Woody. Well, you can sort of see. Oh, there we go. Very tasty. Would it be equally good if the chicken was substituted with paneer? I mean, probably. I don't know. Paneer is like a different consistency than chicken is. Paneer is much more... It's best to describe it as like a cross between like cheese and tofu, right? So it'd probably be kind of hard to get like the same sort of texture, but it'd probably still work. I don't know. Do I like when they use cilantro in Indian/Asian dishes? Cilantro for me is just kind of like eh. I'm not like one of those people who thinks it tastes like soap. I guess I don't maybe have that gene specifically, but the flavor itself of cilantro I don't find to be particularly like amazing. It's just like, oh, well, cilantro, like okay, there it is. So I don't mind it per se, but I would never go out of my way to like make sure you add cilantro, please. Like, you know. I will say one thing about the tikka masala that's a little bit maybe. It's like eating garlic bread, dude. It's not really naan. We already figured that out yesterday, though. One other thing about the tikka masala that's maybe a little bit different than normal is that it's definitely a little thicker, I think. Like usually maybe like at a restaurant it's maybe a little thinner, a little more liquidy than it is like pasty. It doesn't make it bad. It's not like it's... I don't think the experience gets worse because of this, but it's definitely less runny than maybe you traditionally expect as well, which I guess the only downside there is like I don't really have any sort of like sauce to sort of scrape up off the plate using the naan. Not like this naan. Really needs more flavor, but still. Fusion Italian and Indian cooking. Dude, that's exactly what this is. Literally, it is like garlic bread, but in the shape of naan. All right, well. As I said yesterday, let me finish chewing this. As I said yesterday, the paneer was fucking delicious, man. It was, I think the total score ended up being an 8.5 out of 10. The paneer itself was like 10 out of 10. The spinach part was just like, it wasn't quite there, but it was still solid, so like 8 out of 10. The garlic bread, or it's essentially garlic bread. And if you don't compare it to naan at all, it's like 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10, even just really fucking good. As naan, like if you want to call this naan, it's more like a 5 out of 10. It's really not that close to being naan. And then the chicken tikka masala. The chicken itself, I'd give 9.5 out of 10. Really good. The sauce, it's probably like a 7 out of 10. It's fine. It's fine. The flavor needs to be stronger. The flavor itself tastes exactly what it should. It just needs to be a stronger flavor. How to get there is probably like simmer it longer and then probably, I don't know, maybe up the spice level a bit, I guess. I'm not sure. But overall, like I said, if somebody served me this and said like, here's some chicken tikka masala, I wouldn't be complaining. No doubt about that. I think you could probably perfect this over cooking this hundreds of times. So for a first time, I'm not too upset. All right. Well, let's finish off stream, and that way I can have the rest of my little meal here. Such an early dinner for me. When's the last time I ate this early? Holy shit. When's the last time I finished a cooking stream this fast? Hello, chat. Hi, what's up? Switch to the good mic, hold on. Hi, what's up? Oh, so there we go. There's the cooking stream. There's the part 2. I guess I don't really have to apologize for it being short. I don't know. It's probably, honestly, the length of this cooking stream is probably a better length than the normal length, which is like 4+ hours and a little excessive. So I'm not too upset by the fact that we finished maybe more closer like on schedule today than we normally would. So yeah, pretty decent. I think as far as like the different ethnic dishes I've cooked before, it's been a mixed bag as far as like whether the restaurant version is cooked better or if the homemade version was better. So this one I'd say right here, I would put what I made like overall. They were like, it was really good. Like the 3 things I made were really good. I think I'd put it still slightly below what I would get at an Indian restaurant, like as far as like what I'd rate the overall experience as. Indian restaurants still do it a little bit better for sure. I'm sure with more practice I could probably get it down to the point where it's about the same, but once again the magical question is like, is it worth all of the effort to go through and make all of this? Like, is it better enough to the point where it's like it's worth the extra effort to make it at home instead of getting it at a restaurant? I will say the ingredients were relatively cheap, so like expensive wise, it's not really that part is a bit easier to justify, say, compared to something like the Japanese cooking stream I did. But unless you want to like cook like a large quantity of Indian food and have like Indian food every week, or unless you're serving like a full family and you're trying to make the full family meal like every week, is it worth making at home versus just like going to an Indian restaurant if you're like hankering for Indian? Debatable. It's probably just worth getting Indian takeout, if I'm being completely honest. Not because today's food was bad, but simply because for all that effort, you can kind of just get the same thing in 15 minutes at an Indian restaurant. Like, as long as you're only just trying it as like a once-in-a-while sort of thing anyways. But that being said, of course, like, there's a bazillion other things, like, Indian food-wise. Like, there's so many different dishes that are delicious that, like, I can really only give this take for, like, specifically the things that I made. Like, samosas are amazing. Like, other dishes, by the way, I was thinking, like, originally maybe I'd try to make that I didn't end up making, like, samosas and butter chicken and there's that red one that I don't know the name of, but that one's tasty. Just that one. Could have made a lamb dish as well, like chana masala, maybe that's what I'm trying to think of. There's a bunch of lamb dishes too that you can make, and like lamb's always really tasty. Tandoori chicken, yeah, that's another one I could have made, although that one's pretty hard without the correct type of oven, right? So anyways, maybe eventually we'll have to do like a second Indian cooking stream and make the other stuff too, but at least for now we'll call this good enough. So anyways, kids, I will be back. Well, okay, here's how it's gonna work. I am signed up for a NAX GDKP tomorrow with Amy. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get rostered for it. I don't want to ever make any guarantees, who knows? So, assuming we get rostered for it, assuming we do that GDKP tomorrow, we'll start the stream at... When are we supposed to start? It'd be 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 19 Central European Time. So keep an eye out for that one tomorrow. No stream on Saturday because I'll be doing IRL stuff. And then Sunday, it's looking pretty good now, actually, for the signups for NAX for Fun Police. So that should be fine. Should be doing that on Sunday. And then next Monday, hopefully, maybe if we get rostered for it, Salvador can do an AQ40 BWL. And then next Tuesday, I assume we'll do the 5 Sunders Please raid. So there you go. You guys can do ! Discord in the chat if you feel like joining my Discord. It's a place where I post stream news, stream announcements. Anytime I go live, I'll make sure to ping you guys. It's a place where you can ask me, when's the next cooking stream? Streamer, I know you literally just did 2 streams in a row of cooking, but like, when's the next one? I don't know, man. I never really planned them that far in advance. Whenever I have a good idea and whenever I buy the stuff and whenever I have a day to do it, I'll do the next cooking stream. Not sure when yet, but I'll announce it once I know. Probably within the next 2 weeks. Usually I try to space them out to have them like once every couple of weeks, right? Yeah. Anywho, appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys keeping chat lively. As always, I'm going to finish up the rest of that meal there, clean my kitchen, and I don't know, probably play some... Ooh, no, yeah. I started watching Fallout, so I'm going to keep watching Fallout. That's probably the plan for tonight. So far, very strong. Very good so far. Enjoying it. But I'm only 4 episodes in, so I'll give my full take on the show once I'm done with it. Anywho, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some NAX Pump. Bye-bye.